our dance company for that phenomenal Ganesh Vandana performance, starting off our event with that. With that beautiful dance, it's time to officially welcome the gathering, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a very important person to come over and do that. Please give it up for our joint managing director, Mr. Rajasundaram, to please join us and welcome the gathering. Let us welcome him itself with a big round of applause right away. Thank you.
Vanakkam, Namaskar, a very good evening to all of you. Distinguished Chief Guest, Honorable Minister Thiru Thangam Thennarasu, Minister for Industries, Tamil Official Language and Tamil Culture, Archaeology of Tamil Nadu, Dr. Ravi IPS, retired as DGP, Distinguished Guest, Mr. Tan Sri Duraisingam Pillai, Founder and Group CEO of Lotus Group, other respected dignitaries, all partners of NTC Group, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of NTC Board and Management, I am extremely delighted to welcome our Chief Guest, Honorable Thiru Thangam Thennarasu, Minister for Industries, Tamil Official Language and Tamil Culture, Archaeology, Tamil Nadu, to our today's event. Our Honorable Minister, Mr. Thangam Thennarasu, needs no introduction. Under his leadership, today, we have seen tremendous transformation and progress in the state of Tamil Nadu. He has been instrumental in helping the growth of several industries in Tamil Nadu. We are indeed delighted to see him sparing his valuable time and attending this event. Sir, it's a great honor and privilege to have you at the event today. To make this day more special, we are jointly by our respected Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Chandra Mohan, our esteemed board members, group advisors, and other special dignitaries, all our esteemed partners, Deputy High Commissioner, Consulate Generals, members from various embassies, bankers, agency partners, customers, vendors, suppliers, and other stakeholders. We are glad to and honored to have all of you here. Let me also extend my warm welcome to all of you to our NTC Group Partners in Progress event. As Joint Managing Director of NTC Group, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome each one of you on this special day. This Partners in Progress event is one of the most important and coveted events for NTC Group. And for past 3 years, we did not have any events due to COVID. And this particular event, and after 3 years, it has been organized, and with all the support of our employees, and we have come out of this particular COVID, and this is all the credit goes to our employees. 2 decades ago, we started as a small logistics and supply chain organization, and today we have transformed into a diversified group supporting 5,000 employees and their families. I am proud to state that the NTC Group now comprises of businesses not only in logistics and supply chain, project and contract logistics, but also in engineering, energy, EPC, auto component manufacturing, industrial, and wind tower manufacturing, infrastructure, agro, and training academy. Each of these businesses are quite innovative and unique, and all are trying to serve a specific purpose, which is to meet and fulfill various customer expectations. The last 3 years have been quite daunting for all of us. Despite the pandemic, our NTC Group has been able to achieve many milestones. I would like to take you through few milestones of the group. I would like to quickly share some of the highlights of our accomplishments. Our logistics business comprises of international freight forwarding, LCL, CHA, general transportation, project and heavy engineering, renewables, and 3PL. Today, our customers and partners are delighted to avail our integrated logistics solutions. In freight forwarding, Our international freight forwarding and consolidation business has been set up in Malaysia. We have recently acquired an European company based in Antwerp and having offices in Spain and Romania. International freight forwarding business has seen a growth of 40% last year and added new partners, and soon will expand its market into Middle East and USA. In the general transportation side, the business has grown by 70% from last year and has established regional offices across India. In the renewable segment, renewable business has successfully transported India's largest blade of Siemens Gamesa LM 83 meter and Nordex 81 meter blade on the export, and Envision 76.7 meter blade for Renew on the domestic project with the infrastructure development. Renewable divisions move GE's 3.3 megawatt prototype tower with the biggest diameter of 4.95 meter with weight of 85 metric ton from Nellore to Ujjini in Karnataka on a tower adapter. In the projects and heavy engineering business, the project division has been successfully in various project movement for oil and gas, mobility and power, transmission industries. We are proud to be partners with major EPCs in providing turnkey solutions, including coastal shipping across India and multimodal operations in countries like Turkey, Turkmenistan, and Saudi Arabia. And in the warehousing side, we have another entity called Scientech. We started Scientech 3 years ago. In this 3 years, Scientech has shown tremendous growth. Scientech has currently 2 million square feet warehousing space and planning to create 5 million square feet space in near future. Scientech is among the world's top 10 companies in inbound warehousing and serving leading customers from auto, ancillary engineering, chemical, FMCG, e-commerce, and agro industries. Proud recipient of Emerging Company Award from Economic Times and CIA Scale Award. And in the EverRenew, it's a company which is into EPC. Looking at the need for renewable energy, we started EverRenew last year, and in 1 year, the company has made significant accomplishments. Installed and commissioned EverRenew first ever solar plant of 7.5 megawatt at Manaparai, Tamil Nadu on 26 March 2022. Installed 100 megawatt plus 16.2 megawatt wind turbines of GE 2.7 megawatt, which is the highest capacity installation so far in the EverRenew at Gujarat. 50 megawatt first EPC wind project under construction at Veliyanai, Tamil Nadu. In Power Press Engineers India is specialized in turnkey machinery installations, industrial project relocation, mechanical and electrical engineering support services. And Power Press Engineers has completed the reverse engineering project in very less time for Renault Nissan. Having successfully installed and commissioned done for 1,050 metric ton press in Vietnam in a short span of time for ISHIC organization. Srivari Energy Systems. Srivari Energy System is an engineering company specialized in process control equipment, manufacturing and assemblies. Srivari has done complete manufacturing of non-pressure parts of ITC Bhadrachalam for the recovery boilers Trichy project, in which Walmart is the EPC contractor and Srivari is the equipment manufacturer. Almost 800 metric ton of components have been manufactured and dispatched during COVID times. And in wind tower manufacturing, as a part of our backward integration strategy, we have today built a wind tower manufacturing in 100 acres of land in Tuticorin, Melakarandai. This plant will be commissioned shortly in a month's time. The purpose of NTC Group is to connect, collaborate, and co-create. We do this by reaching out to all our customers, partners, stakeholders, and providing them with innovative solutions, products, and services, and help grow their business. Significantly, at NTC, we extremely take pride in seeing the success and growth of our partners. At NTC, we play an important role in various CSR activities, giving back to our society. Through NTC and Kandasamy Foundation, we selflessly contribute to the society by organizing and conducting various social camps, social awareness programs, promoting young champions, and donating to the society. The NTC group has tied up with leading organizations like Vanam India Foundation, and every year our employees and the organization generously contribute to tree plantation so as to create greener environment. I must compliment Mr. Chandramohan, our CMD, for having this vision to create a diversified global NTC group and selflessly giving back to the society. As I compliment him, I must also acknowledge the stellar role played by all of you, our partners, customers, bankers, agencies, vendors, and suppliers and employees in helping the growth of NTC Group. We know the world is full of choices. Thank you for choosing us. Without your unstinted support, cooperation, and commitment, we wouldn't have made this possible. We are truly grateful for your support. The Partner in Progress meet is organized to acknowledge and sincerely thank each one of you for being our valued partner. Thank you for taking your valuable time and attending this event in large numbers. Please enjoy the event, and I am sure you will have a very memorable evening. Wish you and our partnership a great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please give a big round of applause. Thank you very much for setting the wonderful context and for that amazing welcome note. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we watch a very interesting, not one, but two different products are going to be launched here. It's going to be a very stunning and marvelous moment. You're all truly going to enjoy. So we have a very special team from Delhi, the skeleton crew who's come here. So let's bring them on board with a big round of applause. We can't wait to see the new products right away. Well, I hope you enjoy that very interesting performance. It's time to talk about the first product that we just saw one by one. So let's invite on stage our CEO, Miss Shantha Martin. A big round of applause for the lovely lady.
Good evening and honored to have our Honorable Industries Minister, Mr. Thangam Tennarasu. Happy to have the Chairman of the Lotus Group, Singham, Mr. Singham. I was also happy to meet you in Malaysia. And honorable dignitaries in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's a great vision of our Chairman, Mr. Chandra Mohan, to look at the growing economy. I think the country is poised in the 21st century for the movement of cargo, which is growing in huge numbers with e-commerce business growing world over. It is it's the right time to capitalize on this growing movement of the temperament and the mentality of the global citizens to import and export cargo, because today technology has made it so easy to move cargo all over the world. So with Boxori, the company which has been launched, which you just witnessed the logo presentation, is poised to move LCL cargo, also the full container load, but specifically the consolidation of the cargo to move across various locations between India and the rest of the globe. So what does Boxori Logistics have to offer? Less than container load is basically movement of cargo, which is smaller parcels, which is consolidated into containers and moved directly to final destinations or via a hub. Full container loads is something where shippers or consignees who would like to export or import cargo as a full container load. You have the similar movement by air freight. You can either move it as consoles or a charter or as single parcels across the globe. We have the first and the last mile delivery. We also have the pleasure that we have this in-house now, and customers today look at a one-stop solution, right from the time it is manufactured at the warehouse to the custom clearance, to the shipping, either by ocean or by air, and to the final point of destination is what customers look at as a single point, and that's the first and last mile delivery. We have the project cargo movements, because in the business of consolidation, customers also have movement of plants, movement of machinery, and that's where we also look at moving the project cargo, which is in-house again. Warehousing solutions, I think that is growing momentum, because with large warehouses required by the Amazons, the eBays, the Flipkarts of the world, warehousing solutions is what customers look at inventory management. And then we have charter movement and the customized digital solutions. So the specialized expertise which we have is handling hazardous cargo, commodity-specific cargo, and we also handle cargo of all natures. So we have a setup at the moment at Hong Kong. We have it Malaysia at Port Kelang. We're soon to set up in Indonesia and Singapore. And we have a new setup in Europe, in Antwerp, which will connect into US, South America, and Africa. This is our presence in India, where we have 21 locations, which is covering all the major tier 1 and tier 2 cities, where you have the port locations, where customers, the small and medium enterprises, will be able to cart their cargo. And overseas, our presence is in all the main hubs, apart from our network partners in over 180 countries. So with this, I would like to look forward to the support from all of you out here, and thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for addressing the gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, we'd like to talk to you about and introduce the Cargo Next. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us all invite together the CEO, Mr. Anthony Raj. A big round of applause for the gentleman, please.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We just seen the Cargonix launch. The transportation industry, I need to discuss about how this is evolving. It is coming on to FTL, and then there is a PTL. Then third part is express industry. While you have 250 billion is in the industry, the transportation is covering, 70% of is going into FTL market. Rest of them are covered under parcel and express. So there is enormous potential where the express can deal with. Express will have about, all of them are organized, unlike the FTL industries. I would like to speak about this express logistics and then market expectation. What is your expectation? What is Cargonix vision? And then roadmap, products, and what is Cargonix fitting to NTC scheme of things? As I said, while the global is growing at 4% CAGR, the express industry in India, thanks to industry minister and all, it is growing at 15% CAGR. You will see there are about 1,000 active players in India, while 15 are covering the entire market. But there is an opportunity that like Cargonix also come in, and there is a need of the hour is that. Post GST, the demand has increased, and that is what we are looking at the space. What is customer is needing? He is asking for a transit time which should be quick. And these are all the 5-6 points the customer is actually expecting for. And Cargonix is there to play. You can see how the demand is increasing. The mission, vision is very clear. And then the values are towards the customer desirability. The network is main theme for the express industry. The network will work on bow and arrow method. You will see it is covering across the country, starting from south to west to north and then entire east. These are the product which will be intercity, intracity, deferred deliveries, COD, FOD, which will be the best one, and then there will be milk run. How is it fitting to NTC scheme of things, which will be collaborated with the FTL division, which also will have, as just now Santa was saying about, the freight forwarding division coming in. So the last mile and first mile delivery will be taken care by Cargonix. And that's where we are in. This is where it is, Cargonix. And our theme is Express Network Reinvented. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, another very brilliant product is coming up. It's the first of its kind to be manufactured in India, and I'd like to request the main man to join us on the stage, the Director Projects and Operations, Mr. Thillai Arasan Avargal. Please give it up for him while we gear up to watch the launch of the brand new product on the screen. Meanwhile, let's have the man join us on the stage.
NTC Logistics, one of the pioneers in the wind industry, takes pride in launching its own custom-made 70-meter telescopic trailer, first time in India, for the transportation of windmill blades. Among the large structures regularly made in the world, wind blades are the most critical to handle. Because large structure means that it requires everything larger. A larger carrying capacity, a larger crew of professionals to handle, a larger experience to face the challenge. With more than 2 decades of handling many such critical movements, NTC Logistics has emerged to become the #1 wind logistics provider in India. Starting from 12.5 meter, we have handled 83.4 meter wind blades and can offer solutions for wind blades of even 100 meter lengths. This trailer is manufactured by Maha Auto Components, an NTC Group company which can customize the trailers to any possible lengths to suit diverse requirements. Having an experienced team of professionals, the company has carried out an extensive R&D and structural analysis to ensure the robustness of the trailer design. This trailer is 70 meter in length when fully extended, 19.4 meter when fully closed, and is of 2.7 meter in width and is the largest of its kind to be made in India. This colossal trailer comes with a carrying capacity of 40 ton when coupled with a prime mover and has a convenient tire size of 275 70R 22.5. Sporting an air suspension and a 24-volt electric power pack, it features 4 steerable axles. This gives it great maneuverability at critical turns. The 3.5 kingpin ensures a formidable linkage with the prime mover. The auto lift feature is one of the key highlights added to the first axle that gives better tire mileage in no-load conditions. Besides, equipped with advanced accessories like ABS, EBS and load sensing valves, the trailer is custom made to ensure safety and reliability, just like the brand. NTC Group. Connect, collaborate, co-create. NTC Logistics, known for its
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to officially launch the product on this grand stage. So I'd like to invite our chief guest today, Honorable Thiru Thangam Tennaris Avargal, the Minister of Industries, Tamil Official Language and Tamil Culture, Archaeology, Tamil Nadu, to please, sir, join us on the stage. ஒரு பெரிய கைத்தட்டல் கொடுத்து அவரை மேடைக்கு வரவேற்போம். I also would like to invite on stage our special guest, Tan Shri Thurai Singam Pillai, the founder and Group CEO of Lotus Group, to please join us on the stage. I request Dr. Chandramohan, our Chairman and MD of NTC Group, to please join us on stage. I'd like to invite Dr. Ravi, the IPS, to please join us on the stage. I request Mr. Ramesh Kaimal to kindly join us on the stage. I also would like to invite Mr. Sharath to please join us on the stage. Together, we request all of you to please unveil and present the products that we are very proud and cherishing today. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready with your best applause while we are launching the products, Boxery and Cargonix, presenting to you, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much, dignitaries. நம்ம ரொம்ப ஆவலா காத்து கொண்டிருந்த தருணம் வந்தாச்சு. The moment that we've been waiting is here. It's time to invite our chief guest to address the gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Honorable Thiru Thangam Tennarasu, the Minister for Industries, Tamil Official Language, Tamil Culture, Archaeology, Tamil Nadu. ரொம்ப நன்றி சார் நீங்க வந்ததுல. ப்ளீஸ் எங்களோட உரையாடுங்க.
அன்புள்ள நம்முடைய அன்புக்குரிய NTC திரு சந்திரமோகன் அவருடைய கனவை நனவாக்கக்கூடிய வகையில் NTC நிறுவனம் இன்றைக்கு புதிதாக துவக்கி இருக்கக்கூடிய 2 முக்கியமான திட்டங்கள், ஒன்று கார்கோனிக்ஸ், மற்றொன்று பாக்ஸரி. இந்த 2 முயற்சிகளுடைய துவக்க விழா நிகழ்ச்சியில் எங்களையெல்லாம் அன்போடு வரவேற்றிருக்கக்கூடிய நிறுவனத்தினுடைய இணை மேலாண்மை இயக்குனர் அவர்களே, என்னோடு இணைந்து இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை சிறப்பித்திருக்கக்கூடிய என்னுடைய அருமையத்தான் தமிழ்நாடு காவல்துறையினுடைய இயக்குனராக பணியாற்றி பணி ஓய்வு பெற்றிருக்கக்கூடிய மதிப்பிற்குரிய திரு மு ரவி IPS அவர்களே, மலேசியாவிலிருந்து குறிப்பாக கலந்து கொண்டிருக்கக்கூடிய லோட்டஸ் நிறுவனத்தினுடைய என்னுடைய மதிப்பிற்குரிய திரு துரைசிங்கம் பிள்ளை அவர்களே, பல்வேறு பகுதிகளிலிருந்து வந்திருக்கக்கூடிய பிரதிநிதிகளே, NTC நிறுவனத்தோடு இணைந்து பணியாற்றக்கூடிய பல நிறுவனங்களை சார்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய அன்பு நண்பர்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய வணக்கத்தை நான் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்ள விரும்புகிறேன். It is indeed my privilege and it is my pleasure to be a part of in today's happenings. And I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Chandramohan for having given me this chance to be a witness to this glorified event. I know NTC very well from its humble beginnings, and it is really impressive to note that it has now grown up to an extent of achieving greater goals and diversified into many other areas, right from logistics to engineering to manufacturing to energy to renewable energy and so forth. In this long journey, it is pertinent to mention that Mr. Chandramohan has not only acquired the business acumen, most importantly, I would say that more importantly, more than his diversifications, what he has acquired is his friendship across the globe. Wherever you go, you have friends for Mr. Chandramohan. That shows his strength. And that is why I am saying that this hall is full of his fellow workers who have really contributed for achieving these goals within a very short span of time. When it was read out that the milestones were mentioned over here, I was quite impressed that NTC is now able to really achieve these milestones in a very short span of time, and now they have gone into different business modules. And these 2 new products, namely Boxery and Cargonics, are really mind-boggling products, and it's been introduced to the market with the able support from other business partners. I take this opportunity to congratulate everyone, all the stakeholders, to have made this really possible, who have stood with NTC, and the new business partners who have come from other states. This morning we had a great discussion with his business partners from Australia, and it was a very fruitful meeting that we were looking forward to other opportunities also, because as it was mentioned, the world is now full of opportunities, especially after the liberalization progress. The entire economy is open, and Tamil Nadu is the strongest economy in India. I take pride, and I am very proud to say that we are one of the
major contributors to the economy of the country with a 12% contribution to the GDP. Ours is a 300 billion economy. It's very strong with 54 billion economy, which comes directly from the manufacturing sector. That is why we say that manufacturing is one key area where we will definitely have a lot of opportunities, which will give a lot of employment opportunities also. Our Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, after he took over office, he was very keen that a lot of impetus should be given to the manufacturing sector, and he has set a very impressive goal of a $1 trillion economy by 2030. In order to achieve that goal, we seek major contributions, about 300 billion contribution from the manufacturing sector alone. And today, this morning also, we had a very fantastic and interesting session on the manufacturing hub. Tamil Nadu is now becoming a manufacturing hub. It is playing a very important role in the global supply chain. So with this background, NTC is also one of the major partners. I'm very happy that NTC is making a lot of investments, especially in the South Tamil Nadu, which is near, in a locality which is very near to my constituency. And this will definitely give a lot of employment opportunities as well as business opportunities in the down south with Tuticorin Port. Tamil Nadu has got a lot of advantages in the logistical front also. We have got 4 seaports as well as 4 international airports, which has got a very good connectivity, which will really be a great support to the overall industrial growth of this part of the country. So ladies and gentlemen, it is a very nice evening. I take this opportunity again to congratulate everyone who really contributed their part to realize such a great goal, the vision of NTC. And I take this opportunity not only thank Mr. Chandra Mohan for this opportunity, but also to congratulate, to extend my greetings to everyone for this great accomplishment. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wish you all the very best.
Good evening. Now I request Mr. Andrew Kodzur to come on stage. Actually, Mr. Kodzur, they have a company in Australia. It's a family-owned business. It's a third-generation business. Already, they are into xylo manufacturing to cater the Australian and the Europe market. We are joining hands with Kodzur. They are the technology partner for us. And we had the discussion today, and we are inaugurating and probably exchange of documents for the joint venture. I request Mr. Kodzur. Kodzur, I would request you to say a few words and then, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the welcome to your country. And thank you also to NTC for the welcome that they have given us. I'd also like to acknowledge that in meeting with the Minister today, he offered his support for the work that we're proposing to do in grain storage, so we really appreciate that. Our company is a family-owned company. We've been operating in Australia for 70 years. Building grain storage for the last 60 years. And we've been working with grain storage, with growers, with large terminals, export facilities, and we really look forward to expanding our interests and working with NTC here in India. Thank you very much.
Sir, our advisor, Mr. Suryanarayan, I request you to come on stage, please. And Ramesh Kamal, sir, please. Sir, I request Ravi, sir, as well as Kaimal, sir, and Durai Singham, sir, to come on stage, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for this very gracious occasion that we're all celebrating here today. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we also would like to felicitate our chief guest today. I kindly request Dr. Chandramohan to please felicitate our special chief guest today. Right after the photograph, please. So please felicitate him. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our chief guest, Thangam Tennaras Avargal, for joining us here today and gracing this wonderful occasion and for taking time out for us. We are truly grateful for his presence today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to watch a very interesting trailer coming on the screen. Well, we're very proud to say that this is the first time in India we manufactured a brilliant product such as this by the NTC group. So let's all take a look at the screen right away. Can we have the audio visual, please?
NTC Logistics, known for its innovation, has developed a new trailer with 6 axles to carry indivisible, longer and heavier consignments. NTC is the only logistics service provider that has got registered trailers with quad and penta axle trailers in the nation. It has now come up with the low-bed hexa axle trailer which has 6 axles for the first time in India to cater to the needs of the customers. The trailer is designed in-house with a robust structure after it has been analyzed for its stability and load-bearing capacity. It is 23.4 meter in length, 0.9 meter in height and 2.7 meter in width. The presence of 3.5 kingpin gives it a strong linkage with the 5th wheel coupler, and the 18 PR tires ensure better load-bearing capacity to the vehicle. The trailer is fitted with yoke axles with a capacity of 14 tons per axle. The distance between the axles is 1350 millimeter. As it comes with a mechanical suspension and is loaded with ABS and EBS facilities, it has better braking efficiency and safety. It can not only be used to carry wind blade components but can also be used for project cargo. NTC Logistics is carrying out the R&D to customize many such innovative trailers to minimize the transportation costs to its customers and to increase the efficiency of vehicles to maximize productivity. In its continuous improvement process, NTC Logistics will continue to innovate and be the #1 partner for heavy logistics in India.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to call the first of its kind manufacturer in India our very own. So moving on, we have not one but two very interesting people coming on stage to talk about the Tanshu, Australia. So can we give it up for Mr. Naresh and Mr. David, please? Let's invite them over to get to know more.
Hello, Vanakkam, Namaste. On behalf of Naresh, Shubham and myself, we would like to thank Mr. Chandra Mohan and the NTC Board of Directors for the invitation to this special event. My name is David Eisenhuth. I am the CEO of the Tanshu Australia Group of companies. I was born in Sydney, and that's where head office is for the business, Tanshu Australia. I've been involved in international business all of my life, and this opportunity to work with Naresh and his company is very exciting for me personally, and I look forward to the future. We'd also like to acknowledge the ministers from the Indian state government for their attendance and their wonderful hospitality earlier today. We'd like to thank the NTC partners and customers, some of whom we have met, for your warm welcome. Thank you. To the NTC team members, we would especially like to thank you for your great welcome, support and wonderful hospitality. And a special welcome to Andrew Kotzer, who was acknowledged just recently. And I'd like to hand over to Naresh now to talk a little bit about the Australian business, Tanshu Australia.
Thank you, David. Which one is the forward? This is forward? Okay. Thank you, David. Really appreciate for you to start up this. Thank you. Good evening, NTC family. As David explained about basically Tanshu Australia, let me explain about a little bit by myself. I was born in Panipat, a small city, basically in northern part of the India. And I'm a mechanical engineer and master's in robotics and automation. I'm not a good in particulars like in speech or all about something, explain about the company, what sort of business we are doing. But when I was working with Ministry of External Affairs, I worked Ministry of Affairs couple of years, and one of my boss spoke to me. I said, Naresh, either you become part of the history or you create a history. That's what clicked to me, and that time I decided that I think I should do something differently, wherever we can create history, not in India, even though around the world. And I could not able to create such history right now, but I would try to sharpen our country name. Wherever we go, we don't want to be like it's wherever we go as an Indian brain drain. Like we said that, hey, can we are an engineer here, we are a doctor here. We should be an entrepreneur around the world as well. That's what I decided to start my own business in 2010. Basically, we managed this business basically and started a small private limited company, and it's a family-owned company, shareholding between me and my wife, beautiful wife. Basically, she's the mom of 2 kids, and basically she's also experienced in legal matters and education. She's also justice of peace in this, basically in New South Wales, in Australia. It's all about our structure basically who look after those sort of business. As you know, David Eisenhood, it's basically we have more than 100 counts in senior management teams. It's which heading the corporate office as well as shop floor in engineering sector and installation and commissioning in machinery. Apart from that, we are in the robotics and automation, which we automate the process around Australia. Basically, what we need to do wherever we are struggling with the manpower, what we do over there, we install automation system. And we have another company in India, which is a textile company in Panipat. Basically, we export around the world. Apart from that, we have another Tanshu Ruhani, which is industrial services, cater manpower, and consumer production to industries, basically. And it's why I think, David, you are the best person to explain about the joint venture, what we have here in Tanshu.
Yeah, sure. For Tanshu Australia, it's a great opportunity to join hands with the NTC Group and enter this collaboration. We had Mr. Chandra Mohan and Mr. Sectorville, Mr. Richard visit Australia back in April for the inauguration, as you can see the photos there. For decades, the Indian and Australian governments have been supportive of each other, and that certainly will continue into the future, no doubt about that. It's very timely, and all goes well for NTC and Tanshu to develop new business opportunities in both countries. Already, we've been able to supply manufactured parts from Chennai, arriving in Australia recently for Kotsa, and we're working with other companies in terms of opportunities. Our task now, though, in Australia, is to look at these areas where NTC here in India and around the globe are noted for. And our objective is to duplicate those successes in Australia, focusing initially in the areas of logistics and freight forwarding, energy, wind and solar, warehousing, supply chain solutions. And as we just heard a moment ago from Andrew, on Saturday, we're actually visiting the Aerocore rice storage facility on the southern part of the state. And Andrew will be assessing the existing facility to offer his ideas about how the way in which rice is stored can be improved, both in terms of wastage and quality of rice. So, in summary, India and Australia are both large countries geographically and have a love for cricket. Both are important players on the globe stage economically, and by supporting each other more closely in the future, we will become two giants of the global economy. The new entity, NTC Tanshu, will become a company in Australia as a recognised innovator and supporter of companies and individuals who want to enhance their products and services. So on behalf of Naresh, Shubham and myself, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Andrew. Finally, thank you to the NTC team, customers, partners, supporters, Mr. Chandra Mohan and directors. We wish you all continued success. We, the NTC Tanshu Australian team, certainly feel very honoured and proud to be part now of the NTC family. Thank you, Nanri and Dhanyavada. Thank you.
Andrew would like to say something about something. Yeah.
Thank you. Just a little bit more about Kotsa. The Kotsa group of companies have been operating in Australia for 70 years and manufacturing grain storage now for 60 years. We have two manufacturing facilities, one in a little town called Walla Walla, which is between Sydney and Melbourne, and another manufacturing facility at Toowoomba near Brisbane. And we manufacture the whole range of equipment, so the conveying equipment, the grain storage silos themselves, and we also have a robust engineering team, and that's the knowledge that we're hoping to bring to the joint venture with NTC. So we're looking forward to working with NTC Group successfully here in India, and we thank you also to the NTC Group for being part of our supply chain in Australia as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to introduce another one gentleman with me, Shubham Kaushik. Could you please come for just 30 seconds for me, please? He's the another generation which trying to become as an observer in this industry, basically, and let's see how we go with this. So would you like to say something about, just say thank you?
Good evening, everyone. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for being here and everything. As a young individual coming here and being at this huge event for NTC, I'd like to thank everyone. I've just recently gotten into the business maybe a year and a half ago, and just working as an operations manager for Tanshu Australia, and now obviously with NTC Tanshu as well. And I've recently got into it, so I'm hopefully learning as much as I can from obviously my father, and recently from Mr. Chandramohan as well, who I met and got close with in Australia just a month ago. And so just learning an opportunity over here with NTC Group and Tanshu. So I'd like to thank everyone for having me here, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Up next, we'd like to invite the Vice President, Mr. Mohan Prakash, to please join us on the stage and talk to us about renewable energy and Ever Renew. A big round of applause for him, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it's a pleasure to welcome you all for this wonderful evening. Having expertise in about 2 decades in the logistics sector, Chandramohan sir has always had a dream of doing the complete end-to-end solution as far as the EPC business is concerned. Immediately after the thought, he discussed with Kaimal sir, and the very next day, the name of Ever Renew have been started. From that day onwards, the journey of Ever Renew have been continued for almost 2 years in the successful thing. We provide the complete end-to-end solution. Okay. Ever Renew is a complete value chain, is a complete end-to-end solutions from the products ranging from 1 kilowatt of power requirement to about 1,000 megawatt of power requirements. So into the wind, solar, and rooftop segments as well. In nevertheless, onto this subject, we also have this business of smart metering solutions is the complete value chain products what we have from the Ever Renew scope. The customers who are all in need of power, starting from the range of any number of megawatts to the scale of to the kilowatt size, we provide the complete end-to-end solutions for those wind and solar products as well. We also take care of the complete assets for the customers to also ensure the high performance delivered toward the complete product life cycle. The business model what we have is about the commercial and industrial business, and also from the third-party power sale, and also in the IPP business model, who are in the need of power from all ranges of segments, from the power segment for the wind, solar, and then renewable energy projects as well. Also, the target for the APEC costings, and as far as the Malaysian and other business, yesterday I was discussing with the customers as well, and we were converting into the projects of all the diesel power plants into the renewable energy projects. The business growth plans, not only in terms of the multi-megawatt model increasing, we also have that expansion of business into the various segments like the module manufacturing and other business which has been the portfolio of Ever Renew, the continuous life cycle. Site development is the heart of the renewable energy projects, which we continuously develop on year. We have about 6,500 megawatt of sites which has been developed for us for almost these years in the Ever Renew business. So we are also into the continuous innovation products for every year, which we've been erecting on the self-erecting cranes and the innovation of rooftop pump solar systems, all the other kinds of the projects. This is the Ever Renew success journey for all these days in a years. We erected successfully about 4.2 megawatt of turbine, and also 100 megawatt of continuum WTG installations, and we even commissioned about 7.5 megawatt of solar projects in Tamil Nadu. Thank you. Um, Today we are going to launch a product of about GWO, container systems, the in-house, the global wind organizations mandate these certifications of the work at height training. We are going to have this in NTC family with an in-house system in a container-based model solution for this training. The global wind organizations have made a mandate for work at height training for all the people who are climbing the tower. So nevertheless, on to this subject, what we have within our system right now is a container solutions, which is a multimodal moving one, where you can have the training system from moving parts from side to side. So this gives an advantage as far as this training facility is concerned, where you can have the in-house training at site itself. I think this is the container systems available in country. Currently, it is going to be with NTC family, and I request all of you to join us in launching this product for GW. Slide is on. It has various models. Yeah. This is the complete container systems where you're going to have the GWO. We can move these containers to site where you can have the complete training for all our people at site delivery. So this will ease out the process of the mandatory certifications where the people have to travel from one place to other. This also brings out the various time-saving process, and it also brings out the various energy efficiency in terms of the work at height training system. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for addressing the gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on, here is a brilliant moment to celebrate. It's time for the business partnership of NTC with Alliance, and I'd like to invite the following dignitaries to kindly join us on the stage. Please give it up for Tan Shri Durai Singam Pillai. Request you, sir, to please join us on stage. I'd like to invite Dr. K. Chandramohan to please join us. I'd like to invite Mr. Surya Narayanan to please step up on the stage. I'd like to invite Ms. Shanta Martin to kindly join us here. I request Mr. Ramesh Kaimal to please join us, along with Mr. Daniel Chopra, Mr. Umesh Shetty, and Captain Sanjeev Bakshi to please join us on stage as it's time for the business partnership of NTC with Alliance. Ladies and gentlemen.
I request Ravi sir to come on stage and Mr. Cholanach here to come on stage, please. Sir, Mr. Manimaran sir, please join us on stage, please. Manimaran sir.
So take pleasure in informing and announcing about the NTC Alliance Logistics Solutions. NTC, as you all know, is into complete supply chain, and Alliance is tied up with a Norwegian company which owns a fleet of ships, and at any point of time they have about 40 ships on water. So we are looking at the Alliance is going to be a special vehicle to bring in customized fleet solutions where customers can use the fleet for break bulk as well as combi, that is containerized and bulk cargo, and large business conglomerates who are looking at multimodal solutions to move cargo by surface transport and also by break bulk and a combined vessel. This alliance will pave the way and bring in a uniqueness of giving complete logistic solutions with owned assets. So we have, I'd like to announce the directors of Alliance, Captain Sanjeev and Mr. Suraj GV, who is based in Dubai. We have two industry stalwarts, Mr. Umesh Shetty, who's been in the logistic industry for over 25 years and is into capital markets at the moment, and Mr. Daniel Chopra, who's again another industry stalwart, a master mariner, and who's been in the industry for over 2 decades. So I would like them to step up and wish them the very best for this alliance. Thank you.
Please put your hands together. I'd like to invite Dr. D. Venkateshwaran from Sri Lankan Embassy to please join us on stage, sir, at this juncture. We'd like to have you at this interesting moment. I also would like to invite Mr. Ranganathan from Consulate General of Myanmar to please join us on stage. Thank you very much, sir, for your presence here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I now would like to request all of you to please put your hands together at this moment. Thank you. I'd like to invite Mr. Andrew Kotsur, the Managing Director at Kotsur, to please join us on stage. We'd like to thank you for your presence here. Please put your hands together for him. I now would like to invite Mr. Ramesh Kaimal to please join us on stage. Sir, we'd like to thank you for your presence. Thank you very much, sir. We'd like to invite Dr. Ravi, IPS, to please join us on stage. Sir, we'd like to thank you for your presence today. Please put your hands together for him. And now I would like to invite Dr. D. Venkateshwaran, the Deputy High Commissioner, Sri Lanka in South India. A big round of applause for the gentleman, please. I'd like to call upon Mr. Sharath to please join us on stage. I'd like to invite Mr. Shailendra to please join us on stage. I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Ranganathan, the Consul General of Myanmar, to please join us on stage, sir. I now would like to invite Mr. Chandrasekhar, the General Manager of KVB, to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Bala Subramaniam, the Chairman, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Sri City, Ministry of Education, Government of India, Board Director of CTO. A big round of applause, and let's have the gentleman join us on stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite Mr. Sunil Kumar, the National Head of Kotak, to please join us on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite Mr. Mani Maran from Canara Bank to please join us on stage. I'd like to invite Mr. Varun, the Chief Commander Airport, to please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite Mr. Purushothaman from IDFC Bank on the stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite on stage Mr. Choranachiyar from the Tamil Chamber of Commerce, please. I'd like to invite Mr. Mohana Sundaram, Vice President from HDFC Bank, to please join us. Ladies and gentlemen, just after felicitating many of the dignitaries here. It's time for a little entertainment. While here is a very special performance coming for all of us, it's time to watch that and enjoy on the screen. We have managed to put together a very interesting global fusion of how local becomes global. That is, it's time to, celebrate the presence of NTC in the many global countries that we have our space presence. So ladies and gentlemen, we try to create a small, interesting dance number that will kind of correlate when you watch it. I hope you enjoy this one. Give it up for the John Brito Dance Company for the very interesting performance coming for you. Take a look and enjoy this one.
Five, six, seven, eight.
and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Well, just like this brilliant performance, we are globally mass, globally class, and doing proud across. So, ladies and gentlemen, I request all the people at the bar, if you could please pick up your drinks, come over and take your seats and enjoy everything that's coming your way. We'll be very happy. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to invite Mr. Ramesh Kaimil to please join us and share a few words with us at this juncture, please. A big round of applause for him. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't actually prepared for a speech or anything like that. Then Chandramohan said, at least say a few words, because normally if you give me a mic,
before they depart. I repeat, please ensure that the return gift is given to the customers before they leave this hall. With that, it's time for some entertainment while you're all seated here. Here is a lovely lady who's going to take this event to a next level, where we're talking about Miss Sunita here, who's a violinist and a HR professional on wellness, leadership, and change interventions through her music, and she's about 25 years of experience in the field across leading corporations, forums, and business schools globally. She is the first violinist in India to play a Assamese folk on the violin and fuse it with Scottish and Irish and world folk. Her album, Bihu Strings, by Times Music, is the only album of folk on the violin in India. Sunita has received the Indira Gandhi Priyadarshini Award amongst many other awards for her amazing excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, we can't wait to watch this stunning performance by Sunita and her team. Let's get ready. I request all of you all to pick up a drink and come back in a minute or two while we're getting all this set up for you. Thank you, and once again we'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us here today. It indeed was a pleasure to be meeting all of you. On behalf of the NTC group, we'd like to thank you all. Cheers and a good day.
Check 1, 2, 3, check this. Test. 1, 2. Test.
We have an important announcement. I request all the camps to please come here and collect the customer gifts. Please, I repeat, the camps to please come over here at the corner of the stage to come over and collect the customer gifts. Thank you.
where I can, it doesn't move. A very good evening to all of you, and heartiest congratulations to NTC for putting together this wonderful, meaningful evening, especially after 2.5 years of a COVID world. My best wishes, thanks and congratulations to Chandramohan ji for starting, initiating and creating such a wonderful organization, which is not just creating value on its own, but also collaborating with so many powerful, strong, meaningful, epic organizations across the world. And what I see today, since the evening that I've been hearing and watching all of you stalwarts, is that it is not the business that's creating the difference. It's the value and the service that all of you are getting to the public, to mankind. So 3 cheers to NTC and all its partners today. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Great. So before we start, I'd like to call a special person up here who's been holding the evening together. So Nisha, could you just come and take a bow, please, as our evening is ending? Come to the center. Ladies and gentlemen, this wonderful lady, music DJ thoda. Nisha, a bow for you, and thank you for the warm introduction and for holding the evening together. Music happens through the connecting notes. In the way work, business, life happens, right? Through connections. And I'd like to thank the connecting chord of this evening for us, Shanta Martin, for inviting us over here. I know it's been a long day, a long evening, but today we'll take you through a presentation of the art of collaboration, but through music. I'd like to request those of you whose chairs are turned away from the stage to please turn towards the stage. It really helps us and inspires us. Yes, sir. If you could turn your chair towards the stage, thank you. Yes, we'd like to look at our audience as we perform. Thank you so much. Thank you. This is the 75 years of India's independence, and this piece is a tribute to India, tribute to all those of you who have been working with India, tribute to all the countries who have given their energy, their synergy, and extended their hand towards spreading and doing work with India. The culture of India, the business of India,
Increase
and the
the level
resources
of the
India.
tabla, please, in the house.
Bharat Darshan, a tour of India. As we tour India, we'll also go in the next pieces to the other countries. Like, for example, my favorite music, which is Celtic. So the Scotland, there is Canada. We'll go to Europe a bit with the Gypsy Trail. We will definitely do a bit of jazz. And last but not the least, I don't know if NTC has been to this beautiful region in the Northeast. The 7 states of India, the unexplored, beautiful land of tea estates, mountains, rivers, forests, the one-horned rhinoceros. 80% of the tea in the world comes from Assam, and I am from Assam. So we'll end with a fusion of Assamese folk with world music. Do you know why? Because like love is universal, humanity is universal, music is universal, just the 7 notes. Music is composed of melody, which is sur. So I have Umar Khan here to give me the melody. Round of applause for Umar Bhai. Thoda zor se taliya, yes. Umar Bhai has come from Hyderabad to be with us today. Melody, sur, and rhythm tal. We have Bhushan Parchure on the tabla. Bhushan has learned from none other than the god of tabla, Abbaji, the father of Ustad Zakir Hussain. And I'm Sunita Bhuiyan, ladies and gentlemen, and I shall be presenting before you Bharat Darshan. I'm basically a citizen like all of you. I'm an HR professional, but I use music for learning, to teach the art of leadership, the art of working together, how that we can build depths of domain and then expand ourselves to the world. That's what music teaches us. from the deserts. From the deserts in the west to the northeast in Assam. Bholuka bahore, aakhi oi moina, oi bholuka bahore, oi aakhi. Vata purukune, undulayani. From northeast in Assam to Amchi, Mumbai, from where we have come this morning, the song of the fisher folk, Koli Sangeet. Sa sa re re ga ga re sa sa re re ga ga re sa sa re sa sa re sa sa sa. Mi dol kara dariya chara ja, ghar पाण्यामध्ये पदराला तू ही जा. Vallore nakwa ho, vallore rama, come on. Vallore Monitors, tabla, please. Tabla monitors higher, please. I can't hear it. Bhushan Parchure on the tabla. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love towards Bhushan Parchure. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As you know, we could barely do the sound check, so we kept doing checks as we went along. Like they say, when you're executing a project, if you do not shift gears when there is an error or there is a roadblock, no matter how close the deadline is, we've got to shift gears. So, sound team led by Santosh, hope the boom doesn't come back here. The mic is doing well now. So, are there any takers of Bollywood music here? All right. So we said we'll do a tour of India. We'll go from India to a bit to Scotland, then to Europe, and then we'll come back to Bollywood. Will that be okay? and Scottish fiddlers have mics on their feet. So you need to move your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm being a lady, I'm showing you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was the Celtic Trail, but with some Assamese bihu in it, because like love is universal, humanity is universal. Music is just the 7 notes. हम संगीत करते हैं सा रे गा मा पा धा नी सा सा रे गा पा मा गा रे सा. And in the Western world it is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So all the music that you see in the world is based on these 7 notes. Like all the great organizations that are here today are based on certain values, right? Of knowledge, passion, sharing, caring, working with differences, working towards a common goal, inclusion, celebrating, creating trust, and hence taking risks. But at the end of the day, one sound. No matter how many elements come together, we're working towards one goal. Well, from the Celtic Trail, we come to the Gypsy Trail. And I don't know whether you can do those gypsy moves, but this is definitely a gypsy song. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'd like to end our performance. I mean, we've just warmed up. I mean, we are not ready to end, but of course there is the time. And I'm sure the banquet also has to shut down at a particular time because we need about half hour to anyway just wind up, to warm up actually. So this is of course Bollywood. I will sing out the notes and you've got to guess which song it is. Bagare sa, sa 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 sa, senorita, magare, pamagare de 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 de, re sa re ga. Exactly. So let's see if you have the Latino moves. I don't see, of course there is, the spirits are moving because, you know, I can see the liquids flowing so beautifully and generously. What to do? I was trained in Indian classical by my mother, soft. So I only know the notes. She never taught me, let me do music till I was 25 years old. And I'm just a few years older than that. So how will I learn? I know the notes. You can sing. 1, 2. Pagaresa. Pagadi sa 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 senorita. Ma kare de kare sare. Pa ma kare re 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 sare ga. मुझको बाहों में तू ले लो बाबा मा बाबा मा बाबा मा 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 धा मा पा पा गा 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 पा गा मा मा रे गा मा मा नी नी धा धा पा. Thank you, thank you. I'm assuming you have a glass on your other hand, hence you are not. Yes, please, we need that inspiration too, of course. And after so long, we've started doing live shows in auditoriums full of people. Well, this is the last section. When my husband says that you keep announcing the last so many times before, so whether you either do it the last or don't keep saying it's the last. Well, this is completely Bollywood, okay? And you're going to guess, again, sir, you guessed the first song, you're going to guess these also. Like I said, my mother didn't teach me, my guru didn't teach me songs earlier, she taught me the notes. And that's the basis of all music in the world. The deeper the depth, the wider the flexibility. We can play all this not because we are great musicians, but we were trained in the discipline for 25 years, rigidly, tirelessly, strictly. It helps us align. And just like domain in business, the deeper the depth, the wider the flexibility to align to the world. Well, this one is a Sufi number. Ni 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 sa ni sa re ni sa dha pa ma ga re ga. धड़कन से तेज दौड़ू सपनों से आगे पधनी रसाने पगल ये जहां छूट जाए संग प्यार रहे मैं रहूं ना रहूं. Then we'll move to the oldest item number, which is also in a rag, and the latest item number in a rag. There is no class or mass in music. The best lesson of inclusion music teaches us. Ni ni sa 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 ni sa re ni sa 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 ni sa re sa da 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 ni sa ni dha pa 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 pa. Oh sajda tera sajda din lehn karun nahi chain karun. Oh teri kali आँखियों से जिंद मेरी जगे धड़कन से तेज दौड़ू सपनों से आगे अब जान छूट जाए जहाँ रूठ जाए प्यार रहे मैं ना रहूं सजदा तेरा सजदा दिन रहन करूं ना ही चैन करूं. pa pa ma pa, ma 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 ga ma ma ga ma, ga 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 ni sa ga ga ma ga ni sa. मैं तुमसे कहूँगी इस बात को, अगर तुम जरा आस लगा के कह दे, जरा घुमा फिरा के कह दे तो अच्छा होगा। अगर मैं कहूँ ये जो चेहरा है जैसे कोई चांद है तो क्या कहोगी? नी सा सा नी सा गा गा सा सा नी सा सा नी पा पा। Now you've got to guess this one. Okay? Guess this. Ba 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 sa ma 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 ni ma 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 ga ma ga sa. Sa ga ma ni da ni da ni da ni da ni pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa ni. Sa ga ma ni da ni da ni da ni da ni da ni pa sa ni da pa ma ga ma. Pa pa ni sa sa ga sa sa ni sa pa ni ga sa ni sa pa ni re re ga re sa ni sa pa ni ma pa ga ma ga. My name is Sheila, Sheila ki Javani, ni sa pa ni re ga re sa ni sa pa ni ma pa ni sa ni da pa ma pa ga ma ga re sa. Vande Mataram. 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 Thank you. Thank you. That was Vande Mataram, which means our country. It's for everyone's country. It's for India and everyone. Thank you so much, Shanta, for inviting me. Thank you, Chandramohanji, for creating this beautiful organization, NTC. And thanks to all the associates, partners, collaborators, friends, well-wishers, promoters who have come together, and the entire team of NTC. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sunita and team. I would like to call upon respected Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Chandramohan, to felicitate Sunita and a team member. It has been a remarkably wonderful performance. A big round of applause to Sunita and team. I remember listening to Sunita's performance almost 8 years back in HR Meet, and her energy, her intensity, the vibrancy has not changed. A big round of applause for her. Shanta Martin, please join our chairman. And Mr. Raja Sundaram as well. May I request Captain Mazridar also to be on the dais? And Zinia Manzredar. A big round of applause, please. Well, for those of you who do not know, violin is the most difficult instrument to play. It's also called as clarinet as well. And it's a remarkable performance. Manit, it was a remarkable performance, and I wish I would have heard Raj Charuteshi. Anyway, let me call Mr. Manzredar and Ms. Zinia Manzredar to join on the dais. May I invite Mr. Balaji, CEO and co-founder of Sciented, to come and propose a vote of thanks. And after the vote of thanks, there's also a performance. So I'm sure it will be as entertaining as Mr. Balaji's vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Mic is not working. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, good evening, everyone. I think the evening has been very exciting with a lot of dances. Two of our powerful business banners getting rolled out today. I would like to extend warm wishes and thanks to Honorable Minister Thiru Thangam Tennarasu, Minister for Industries, Minister for Industries, Tamil Official Language, Tamil Culture and Archaeology. Dr. Ravi Muthuswamy, IPS, retired Director General of Police. Mr. Thannarasi Durai Singham Pillai, and other dignitaries who made this occasion a grand event. We shouldn't forget our customers, our beloved customers, without whom we would not have been where we are today. So I would like to thank each and every one and our dear colleagues. I would just like to conclude by saying today marks the beginning of three business engagements. Boxery, looking at carrying expectations, Cargonix, Express Network Reinvented, and Kotsu, designing the future. We would like to extend warm wishes and thank you to our partners, our joint venture partners, our associates, and one and all who have been partnering this program in this partnership for progress. Important to mention some of those who have been behind the scene, who have made this event a grand success. The organizing committee, the bankers, press, media, hotel management, event management, and all others who have directly and indirectly been a part of this excellent event. Thank you one and all. We stand to our mantra, connect, collaborate, and co-create. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Two.
So to end this auspicious event today, we have our final performance that is highlighting the theme, Go Green. I hope everyone give them a big round of applause and welcome to the stage.
வெண்ணிலவே வெண்ணிலவே விண்ணை தாண்டி வருவாயா விளையாட ஜோடி தேவை இந்த பூலோகத்தில் யாரும் பார்க்கும் முன்னே உன்னை அதிகாலை அனுப்பி வைப்போ தேசத்தின் எல்லை கோடுகள் அவை தீரட்டும். தெய்வங்கள் இந்த மண்ணிலே வந்து வாழட்டும். புத்தம் புது பூமி வேண்டும், நித்தம் ஒரு வானம் வேண்டும். தங்க மழை பெய்ய வேண்டும், தமிழ் குயில் பாட வேண்டும்.